Regina.
Welcome to the
Daughter Mama Charmarama. I'm Gen X.
I'm Gen Z.
And we are two amazing ladies, and we talk about everything everywhere according to us. So thank you for joining us for this week's episode. We're talking about seasons today. Seasons of the year, life on this walk with God, and how we can see evidence of the Creator in our environments.
I would like to read a brief poem called Changing Season by Alicia Cunningham. The seasons change. Mother Earth ensures her mission to rearrange, and as our surroundings, the essential law of light takes flight. Young to old, shy to bold, black to gray, night to day, what a lovely sight. Strength of the seasons transcends inner beauty. Loving our growth is a birthright duty. Wisdom gained, our bitterness tamed, unapologetically you. Journeys traveled through. So what have we come to? Looking in the mirror and disliking the view. While mass media is a culprit, commit to recognize we were born magnificently sculpted. Develop a positive perspective of your natural bloom, as our daughters will too delight in their inner room. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Fall in love with your true reflections. Realize and embrace them all. You snapped like poetry.
Oh yeah, that's right. Very nice. Nicely written, well done. Thank you for reading that. A poignant work. We love beautiful poetry. So with this beautiful poem, Mother Earth in this poem is indicative of the way Yahuwah Elohim refers to Earth as she and her. Not pertaining to gender per se, but more as referring to the feminine, in that Earth has a womb. And you can find that in Genesis 1:11 through 12 and verse 28.
What is your favorite season? I think I really like spring. I like that the world is waking up and it's getting warmer. The fashion is still fun and easy. You still could wear a jacket. Jackets are underrated. Fashion accessories. I love my hoodies. Everything's just new and wonderful. But I really love fall because I was born in fall and it's going into the holidays. We're getting colder. I don't like being cold though. It's an opportunity to get cozy. The holidays, you can look back on the year and reflect, but still have some of the year left to look forward to. I guess I like the transitional seasons. I don't like being too hot. I don't like being too cold. So I like spring and fall.
Yeah, we share that. I in the past didn't like fall or autumn much because of all of the dead leaves and leaves falling. But then I was able to gain perspective. Somebody had done a teaching about how the dead things need to, fall and go away so that new life at the appropriate time can come forth. So that kind of changed my mindset or my perspective. But my two favorite seasons are spring and fall. I love the harvest time of the spring. I love the proms, the weddings, the graduations, spring dances, floral blooms, Passover, and of course my birthday is in spring, so I exceptionally love it. Now summer rings in free and fun, and it just feels like love and romance everywhere. There's outdoor entertainment, outdoor outreach and evangelism, events, baptisms at the beach or the lake. The grass is green and fertile, and there are more beautiful blooms. And so one of my good friends, the late Pastor Ben James, would say there is a fifth season, and he named it due season after the scripture in Galatians 6 and 9. And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. So I'm giving it up for spring, summer, and due season.
I like summer. It's a fun time. I'm not in school anymore. I'm an adult. The summertime is kind of it's just hot. There's like more entertainment and there's more things to do, but like if you still gotta wake up and go to work, then you still gonna have to get up and wake up and go to work. So as we've discussed in previous episodes and in our daily lives, we talk about how life is long and we all have many journeys to go on and things to explore. On this walk with God, it can feel really hard to know when is the right season. I've been feeling like I've been saying that I'm in the season that I want to be in for the past 2 years, and that just has not been the case. So as an expert, because this is kind of my first time really putting an effort for this, how can you tell what season you're in your faith walk?
There are certain clues or cues that the Ruach will give us regarding what season we are in, and we should specifically ask to know, right? And so when life is fruitful and I'm productive and I'm doing the work of my calling, then I know I'm in a season of fertility and obedience. That could also mean that I'm in a season of testing because the Lord wants to see that I'm going to be faithful and obedient to do the work that I'm assigned to do, right? And so this has happened throughout my life, mostly while in the wilderness, that I would continue to be fruitful or productive, or there's always something that I could put my hands to or something I could discover something that I could sharpen. So whether it's the wilderness or geographic locations that I did not choose for myself and preferred to be elsewhere, I can tell that I'm in the season of the will of the Lord, because I can work, I can be fruitful, I can be productive. I've been in dry places geographically. I've also felt like I was in a dry place regarding ministry. And those are the times where it felt like hibernation. And I wanted to put my hand to do things. I wanted to be useful and wanted to feel and know that I was productive, and the Lord wouldn't allow me. He wanted stillness for me, which is not only a heart posture. Sometimes he wants physical stillness. He wanted me resting in his presence so he can build some things in me, reveal what needs to go, ways I need to amend, build character, deal with healing and deliverance in my life. So you can kind of know what season you're in, number one, when you ask. Number two, you can gauge it against your fruitfulness and productivity. You can gauge it against whether or not the Most High is quiet and everything around you is quiet, and that's the time to turn inward for introspection. I can also tell what kind of season I'm in when my resources dry up. So then I'm in a season where the Lord wants to increase my faith. He wants to stretch my faith. He wants to build my faith. So then he will present situations where resources dry up or doors close. And so then I have to wait for instruction or wisdom or some type of strategy for what's next in terms of resources. So this is when I also have to increase my faith. So when I'm in a constant warfare and opposition and it attacks, then I'm approaching a breakthrough season. Because the enemy will stop and block, or try or attempt to stop and block us from reaching our next or making these steps of faith forward. When he starts, meddling and the attacks are coming, then I understand I'm right here at the cusp of breakthrough, and that's when I have to dig my heels in and take authority. So it's not like one certain set of rules for us to know what season we're in. We start by asking, and then we start by looking at the cues and clues, engaging one against the other, while the Ruach maps it out for us.
Sometimes I just be wanting God to put stuff on a billboard.
Yeah.
And he just does not work like that.
Yeah. When he's ready to announce things or invite you into details, he will, without mincing words. But when he's not, then we have to continue doing the last thing he told us to do, continue to have faith, continue to trust him, and then ask Ruach to search our hearts, to find any broken places where we need healing, any wounded places where we need care and attention, areas where we need to reset or where we need to set a routine in place.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I guess that makes sense, because the season that I'm wanting to go in, he told me to use TikTok, and he told me that like 3 years ago. And so I'm making TikToks. I don't really feel like I'm seeing much of what I'm expecting, but I think he's also been leaning on me to be more grateful for the small things. I almost have 200 followers. So if you see me here and you don't follow me on TikTok, go follow me on TikTok. I have like 190. I want to make the 200. So that'd be fun. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not making it about the numbers. It's just about me exercising my creativity in fun ways. I like making the videos that I make. I go on my own page and I laugh. So really, that's all it's about. It's about me.
Yeah, okay. No, I get it. You want to share your content.
Yeah.
That the applause and the numbers and subscriptions and followers and all of that doesn't make or break us or invalidate us, but you want to share.
Yeah.
Or want to have it shared, the content that you're putting out. And I think, there's a season for that. But right now you're building momentum, and you're building what content to actually put out. And ask him about that. I started asking him, what kind of content does he want me to disperse?
Mm-hmm.
What do people need to hear? What do people need to see? That type of thing.
So what's been your favorite season of your life so far? For me, I was really enjoying 2018, 2019. That was when I was living in those dorms at my first college. I randomly lost a bunch of weight, but maybe like 10 pounds or something. My waist got smaller and my booty got bigger, and that was really fun. That was nice. And I just woke up one day, because I struggle with body dysmorphia like bad. I woke up one day and just recognized my body. And it was amazing. It's like the colors were all brighter. The sun shone brighter. The birds were louder. The flowers and grass.
The mellow
drama. It was amazing. I was like, everything is sunshine and rainbows for me. And it was great. Yes, I was still violently depressed, but I was still very happy at the times that I was. My lows were very low, but my highs were very high. I was having a lot of fun. I was having Chick-fil-A like every day.
Not every day.
Like every day. I was working. School was school. At least I was going to class. I was going to class. I promise. I was having lots of snacks. I had a booming social life. I was like always with somebody. I was like never alone. it was fun. You know, I was having fun on my Instagram. We were having a blast. I don't know what happened, but that was really fun. That was like a highlight of my life. Yes, again, the lows were still very low, but there were a lot of highs. I was still having a lot of fun.
Yeah, sometimes it's a mixture all in one season.
Yeah.
And you just kind of have to go with it. And so, are you feeling better about body dysmorphia? I know you're doing things to work on your body, but you feel better about aesthetics and you know that can.
That one day I just woke up and it was gone, and I was like, oh my god, thank you, finally, because I've been praying about it for probably like that whole week.
And so I can't say that I have a favorite season. I will say that I have had pockets of favorite experiences, no matter what the season was, whether it was dry or a time of testing or trial or tax, just whatever it was. Hard or not, there's always a pocket of experience that I would enjoy, like giving birth to my four healthy children. And your births were minimal issues to none. Having to help and be one of the caregivers for Grandma Charlotte when she was ill. Being able to send gifts to my Grandma Claudia in the mail for birthdays and Christmas and all that type of stuff. And I was able to assist with providing meals for displaced individuals and families ongoing throughout decades. Helping my mom start her business while she was ill. Taking 2 trips with her before she passed earlier this year, and then the births of my grandchildren, people I met on jobs where I worked, some people I'm still friends or in touch with, or just those that we didn't remain connected, but just having met one another and passing and spent time. Customers when I started businesses, touching the lives of children when I started the nonprofit for single parent households, and the families I helped when I planted a church in Virginia Beach. So there's this list of just snippet favorable memories throughout various seasons. So it was good, bad, and ugly going on. And I just learned to pull out those enjoyable experiences. Because before, if things weren't going my way or the way I felt I deserved, then I would just throw everything out. Like none of it was good. And I just sink into sadness, just anxiety or whatever it was, and just the blues. But I had to learn and mature and heal enough to know that there's something to be thankful for, there's something to be grateful for, and you can enjoy parts of life when everything is not picture perfect. So yeah, I had to learn to not cheat myself from any season when it comes to pulling out something enjoyable, something to make me happy, something to fuel and feed peace and joy in my life.
Do you think you have like a least favorite season? I mean, I know there's things to love and things to hate about every single era. I don't think I have a specific one. I do have some certain pockets, and I want to talk about this one. We moved in the 6th grade to a lovely little nothing town called Petersburg, Virginia, and oh my goodness. I went to a school there that looked like it was an abandoned prison. We literally drove past it one day with my brother, and he was like, is that a jail? What is that? Is that your school? I was like, yes, that's my school. That's where I go. Yes, the windows are boarded up from the outside. Yes, it looked like an abandoned warehouse.
That was such a hard time. I cried out to the Lord. I was like, what are we doing? Like,
that whole era?
How
6th grade was worse than
like this?
6th grade was worse than the 7th for me, but I did make some friends there. That was fun. I had this one teacher, this typing teacher, who I didn't get over this until 2020, maybe 2021. I was in this typing class, and she hated that I would only type with my 2 fingers, and I don't know why, but she's a very good typer. I tried, I just did not feel coordinated at all, and to this day I still don't really use this pinky that much, but I can do my little 1 2. I do not stick to that whole bar at all. I'm sorry, I tried really hard.
I know, I tried to get you to do that because that's the way I was taught. I used to despise typing and didn't think it was something necessary, but our typing teacher, Miss Frierson, God bless her, she was like, what do you want to do when you leave high school? And I said, oh, I'm going to be a social worker. She said, please, all that bureaucracy, you better learn how to type. And so learning the home keys and using all your fingers appropriately was what we had to do. And I really learned how to be a great typist, and then using a calculator once I went to work for the bank and stuff. And then when I started writing and just doing all of these admin support jobs, my typing skills really improved. And just typing without looking at the keys.
Yeah,
I could type something and memorize, something off the screen, and I could be in a conversation with somebody and still. So, I mean, I got up to maybe 60 or 70 words a minute or more.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, I'm going to brag about me. But, yeah, it was something that I started out not liking. But then, she made a good argument. I couldn't debate against it, and it worked out. So I still type really fast.
Speaking of that calculator, that me and that TI-85, yeah, we went together like this. I used to be a beast up there. And on the phone, I can type like paragraphs without looking at my screen on the phone. It's like so easy. It's just the 2 thumbs. It's fine. But when it gets to typing, it's like this. And I recently, within the past couple of years, stopped hearing her voice yelling at me for only using my 2 fingers whenever I would type anything. I was really in college. I'm like, this is a business degree, meaning we're writing papers, discussion posts, essays. I need to learn how to type and type okay-ish. So I got better at it and all of that stuff.
Keep coming. Keep embracing the home key.
Using
your fingers.
The S and the J.
Bring it in.
That was a lot. Oh my God.
You need to come onto the safe side because computer typing is much easier than the typewriter typing. Are you kidding?
That I believe. Having tried to type on a typewriter, oh my word.
Even when we switched from the manual typewriters, where we had the carriage return to the electronic typewriters.
Ding.
Yeah. Even when it went electronic, it was still a typewriter. So these little soft keys we have on these Chromebooks and laptops and whatever it is, child, please, you better come on over this side and use those 8 fingers that the Lord has blessed you with. Hallelujah to God.
That is so funny. I guess you really forget how far technology has come because you're talking about typewriters and I'm like
100 years ago.
This is literally the
that was the 80s.
Watch it.
I'm sorry.
Watch it. It was the 80s. Pipe her down.
That's nuts. But
yeah.
So I can finally typewrite. That was a weird. 6th grade was such a horrible time. It was a weird. That was my first trio friendship. Honestly, my friends now, listen, we're locked in now. But look, I can't go through that same trauma again.
But you know what? I recall, and childhood trauma is a real thing, and not all childhood trauma happens in the home. Sometimes you experience it, in school or at church, or something that you're involved in outside of family. But what I loved about that was that we met your math teacher.
Yeah, Miss Godbold.
Miss Godbold, God bless her.
That was in the 7th grade. That's why 7th grade was better than 6th.
7th grade was better than 6th because 6th was a sharp transition, like in January of that school year. But when you met her, you learned how to do praise dancing and flag and all of that.
That was fun.
I was so proud of you
to learn that. That was awesome.
Yeah, I really love when you would do it, and I love that you're going to go back to it at some point.
Yeah.
Very anointed to do that. That was so good.
Middle school was such a low-key traumatic time for me. And all my peers said the same thing. High school may have been a little bit better, but we all talk about trauma through middle school. I don't know what it is about that time. I guess everybody's, puberty. We're all in the thick of puberty. And everybody's going through so many things all at once. And it's too much. Because 8th grade, that was 8th grade at a different school. There was this white girl who called me slave feet. There was lots of random, white people have a random racist phase in their middle school, high school era, whatever. That was hers. She probably still is racist. I don't know. I don't care.
We only can hope people do better. Yeah.
Rewired me somewhere in me. I was just like, I think I'm too nice. Because I never really did anything about that.
This state I was in, I was what?
So that was an issue for me. Those are both definitely least favorite seasons. I'm gonna say 6th grade was my least favorite time of my life, and 8th grade, and then honorable mention 5th grade.
There were pockets of things that were hard and tough, and I'm not gonna try to explain them away.
High school was fun.
Yeah, it's just my prayer that every child in middle school and junior high school will heal and have their wounds bandaged up by the Lord, and just their brains rewired, their hippocampus healed, their nervous system healed, whatever it is, they can change the narrative spoken over them. That's my prayer for adults and who have that child within them, or children, teenagers going through toughness now in a season. It's always my prayer for healing and breakthrough and deliverance, just that nurturing from the Lord. Yeah, because when things are hard, sometimes you feel alone and unloved and deserted, which is not true. And the enemy wants everybody to believe, whether you're younger or older, that you're abandoned and you just left out here on your own.
That's not the case.
And it's not the case at all.
Not true.
It's not the case at all.
I got through it. I was able to heal and manage and move through these things. It was great.
Yeah, which is great. And so I don't have a least favorite season, right? I just have pockets of issues that really stress me out or made me angry. Like if there were income issues, or if I had to eulogize a loved one and then I'm going through the grieving process of loved ones, the challenges of being single parent because I can't be in one place at once and I'm outnumbered by my children, that type of thing. And the overwhelming fears of scarcity and am I enough and can I do enough, and trying to give each one what they're missing when I needed things for myself, and the little girl in me with the grown woman things.
Yeah.
So battles with anger, but even through the toughest and most challenging and difficult, I had the traumas from it and the broken heart from it and brokenness, dislike and questioning God and just the whole frustration and all. There were still times where I would learn how to laugh, or I would meet someone and be able to assist them, or they would be able to assist me, or I'd be blessed in some type of way in to be able to be a blessing. I remember when we started the nonprofit and I was in prayer and just meditation and in the presence of the Lord. And I said, Lord, somebody owes me something and I want it. And sure enough, the phone rang and it was a co-worker who we had worked at a company with. It had been like maybe 2 to 3 years since. And we're talking and laughing on the phone. He calls me and he said, you know what, do you want any computers? And so the business we had worked for they had closed down. Yeah. And they were giving away computers. So I said, yes. He said, I have some Dell computers that they're giving away. I said, get me 5. And sure enough, he grabbed 5 Dell computers and held them in his storage shed. And I was able to go because he lived, a couple of hours away from Virginia Beach. And I drove there and was able to pick up the computers. God bless.
So we had just 5 computers in our living room. 5
Dell computers in the living room, and then I had the one in my room that I used for school. I had gone back to school at that time, and then I was homeschooling E, so he was using that as well. So we had like 6 computers in the house. It was a blessing. So
one of them has a couple of episodes of SpongeBob downloaded on them. The one I remember watching all the time was when they got stuck in Sandy's dome during hibernation. That was my stuff. I'm Dirty Dan. Yeah, I used to just walk around the house saying that. That was funny. Playing pinball on the old computer. Yeah, I was terrible at pinball. So bad.
I love pinball. I was good at pinball.
Really?
Yeah.
That was not my game. Not at all. I did get really good at solitaire, and I'm still really good at solitaire.
You're really good at solitaire.
That's my stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
That was fun. I like those computers. That was a good era.
Yeah, that was a good era.
Fun time.
Fun time.
So do you have any seasons of your life or plans or ideas that you're excited for in the future?
No comment. Respect my privacy.
Okay, Beyonce. I'm excited for my living single, Sex in the City girlfriends era. I'm 26 and I feel like my life has yet to begin. I feel like I've been on hold. I've been in autumn, winter, sleep dormant mode for a while, and I'm ready to flourish and to be out and fruitful.
Again, like you are hibernating or something, and
I want to go back to having fun and meeting cool people and living alone and going places where the vibe takes me. I'm ready to float along on the breeze. That's what I want to do. I have so many plans and features. I've already planned out exactly how I want to decorate my space, exactly what my bed is going to look like. I have such a specific visions for these things. And I raised it to the Lord. I said, look, I don't know if you have any plans, but this is the kind of bed I want. And this is what I'm going to decorate it with. And these are the curtains I want. So if you could make that happen, Captain. Thank you. I've had the TV I want picked up.
Asking for wisdom on how to get it done. I mean, the best way to achieve it.
In the best way possible. Because do I want to pay $3,000 for these things? No.
Right.
So if there's a better way to do it, to accomplish my vision or similar, yes.
Wisdom.
Align me.
He gives you that wisdom. Just be willing to wait and not make, impulsive purchases. Allow me to give you the wisdom. So, yeah. But I'm glad that you're writing visions and you're writing things down. Like,
Yeah. Habakkuk 2:2, write the vision, make it plain.
Yeah. What you desire and all that type of stuff and needs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Speaking of other seasons, the expression Jesus takes the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
What would the trip be like if you kept the wheel and Jesus was passenger princess? Do you think you would be better in some kind of way, or do you think it's better that he is the one driving?
I already wrecked that car.
Yeah, we're on like our 4th or 5th vehicle.
There were so many times, like in my 20s and early 30s, that I thought, I knew something or knew enough, or I was desperate and scared to step out on faith. I don't know why fear felt more like a motivator than trusting in the Lord.
Yeah, that's my experience.
And so no, I don't want anything else to do with driving and having
Jesus take the wheel.
Who should be the passenger princess. No, I'm not directing my life. I'm in the flow of the Ruach. I'm following the Ruach as he guides me. I'm asking for wisdom and receiving it. And seriously, I'm on the path of what are the directions, what are the instructions, what are the guidelines, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not because I'm afraid as I was before, but it's because I reverence the Lord and I trust him to father me, to mother me, and to lead me on the path regarding my purpose and destiny and the call on my life. Mm-hmm. So I'm okay with doing what pleases him because his way is always better. In my limited scope of being able to devise things, plan things, and envision things, I wouldn't dream big enough. I wouldn't desire great enough. And so outside of reverencing him is why I'm trusting and having faith and obedient, is because he can do it bigger, better, and greater. He does the best all the time. He never comes up short. So because of his faithfulness and graciousness, he's a loving father and a good shepherd for my life. I'm sticking with him. I'm sticking beside him. He's with me. I remember one night I was in the bedroom and I was just in worship and enjoying the Lord, and I felt Yeshua come beside me. And so, I waited to see what he wanted to say, and he said, "I'm with you." I said, "Ooh,
Thank you.
I'm with you." All right. Listen, like peanut butter and jelly, birds of a feather flocking together. I was like, "Hey, she right here."
Yes.
I'm not doing any detours. Absolutely not. And so it felt so good for him to say that, and it felt even better for me to emphatically repeat it to him, knowing that I had gave my yes, yielded and surrendered, and okay, all is well. It just gave me that sense of assurance that I've been on my way to becoming the best self to serve up before him so that he can distribute as he will in terms of what my life looks like. So yeah, I'm good. I don't need that will.
I can confidently say that there's some things that I simply, if I were in complete control, would not have put myself through. But in having gone through those things, now I can say I've learned certain lessons that sometimes consequence is the only way for you to really emphatically learn the lesson. You can study all you want, but until you take that test, you'll never know how much you know or how well you know what you do know. And so I think I'd be better in some ways and worse in some others. I think there's some stuff that I straight up just would not have let myself go through. Because, like, girl, maybe you don't need to learn this by experience. Or maybe you don't need to go down that road at all. Whatever. Ultimately, I'm okay with the way things are turning out. I'm happy. I'm not complacent. But I'm like, I feel like I'm learning what I'm supposed to be learning. I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Same. I used to want to duck and tuck and run from hardship and difficulties, but it's all a matter of faith.
Mm-hmm.
When you can get your faith in alignment, you can take those things in the chin.
Yeah.
And it builds strength, it builds endurance, it builds your ability to be able to trust when things are quiet or when you don't know. You just have that certainty that he knows what's best and he's always going to do the best for me. And it's not going to be short-sighted in any way. It's not going to be, okay, it's the best, but it's missing a whole half.
Yeah.
Like, where's the rest of it?
Please.
Like, it'll be enough that you're contented and satisfied with that until he moves you to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's provision and protection every time we're in the will of the Lord. And while being in the will sometimes can hurt and it pokes at our pride and at the works of our flesh, it's still safe. Even if you have to shed some tears and go to sleep at night thinking, Lord, what is my life now? Or what has it become? It is still safe. I will take that safety over something that I've tried to piece together myself because I felt like I was smart enough.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because then he's just going to let you be like, right. And when everything comes toppling down and go, right.
Yeah.
Now what have we learned?
Right. That you're right back where you started.
Mm-hmm.
So you learned some things through your suffering. Through your suffering, you learned some things through these consequences, and now you're right back here. Are we ready to start?
Can we get it together now? Because now all you did was just delay your own stuff.
Exactly.
We are faith warriors. And as I always say, in order to learn how to fight, you got to get hit. So you got to go through stuff.
Faith warriors. I mean, it's par for the course.
I don't want to struggle. I don't want to go through anything bad. I don't ever want to experience anything negative or inconvenient ever in my life. I want everything to be nothing but sunshine and rainbows and Care Bears. But that's just not how it works.
That's the flesh. Always wants this comfortability and convenience and easy all the time. But things grow when there's resistance and when there's challenge. So simple as that. And we're still alive.
Yeah.
May have some scrapes and scars from the experiences, but we also have laugh lines.
Yeah. And stuff to talk
smiles.
about.
Yeah, stuff to talk about. So
I will be profiting off of the struggle, thank you.
When I tell you the story has not been completely told yet, but stay tuned.
These autobiographies are going to hit.
When I tell you, keep that book money ready.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but to God be the glory for the good things that he has done and what he continues to do. He's faithful, merciful every single day, full of grace and glory.
That makes me want to circle back to when you were talking about the trees going dead and dying and it's time for regrowth and rebirth and things from the springtime. I don't think about it as the trees dying because they're not really dead. They're still there. If they were dead, they wouldn't bloom again in the spring. They're just going to sleep. Sometimes we have to rest and be dormant a little while so we can learn something that we're supposed to learn, to process something while we're in slower, colder seasons, so that when it's time for warmth and provision and things to bloom again, that we're ready, we're able, we're prepared. Because now we've gone through the wilderness. We've been through the fall and the winter where we're losing things or things are cold and we're holding on to things. Whatever that cold winter is, we've been through that and now it's springtime again and now we can bloom better and brighter before. Had we been holding on to all of the dead leaves, we wouldn't have had space for the new flowers.
You better preach!
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is.
That's what it is.
Because we're like trees planted by the waters.
Yes.
Bring forth fruit in our season. Yes. So yeah, that's good. I'm glad I got a better perspective. You know? Yeah. Oof. This has been a good session, a good episode.
Yeah. That's a subject we've been working on for a while. We found that poem like weeks ago.
Yeah, I had forgotten all about it, and so
we went to look at our notes and we're like, what are we gonna talk about? Oh, interesting. Okay.
Ta-da. So I don't know where you are in your season and what you're feeling about it, but I hope that you're feeling like there's promise on the other side, that there's manifestation and demonstration and fulfillment of prophecy on the other side. Get to the other side. Keep going until you get there, and rest when you are told to do it, because rest is holy and rest is good. Laugh along the way. Receive and lean into peace. And trust the Lord, He won't change up on you, right? So thank you again for joining us and for being faithful. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for sharing. We'll see you back here soon.
Bye.
Bye.